friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a pretty chill, chatty video. I thought that we could go through the most recent releases and I'll just give my thoughts and opinions. So I do have my phone with me and I'm just going to be going through Trend Mood's page. I also follow like Indie Mood, but I think I'm just going to go through Trend Mood's page. I made sure before filming this that I did not look at Trend Mood's page, so you guys are actually getting my first honest, raw, unfiltered reactions to all of these releases, so I thought I'd just go through a couple and let you know my thoughts. I'm kind of on a no buy right now, so that also will tinge everything. That's just, you guys should probably know that. I'm basically on a no buy, so I most likely won't be picking any of this stuff up, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to pick it up. Okay, so of course it is September, meaning it's basically Halloween in the makeup world. So the first thing that comes up is the ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2 collection that's coming out later in September. Okay, my thoughts on this. If you know anything about me, I love Halloween movies. Like, I love Halloween movies. And I specifically love Hocus Pocus, and I have since I was a little kid. I have the second Hocus Pocus collab. So they've done, this will be their third, which is kind of obscene in my mind, but okay. So this will be their third collection, and I have their second collection, which I bought the full collection and then gifted half of it to my friend who also loves Hocus Pocus, and then kept half for like myself. To be quite honest with you, this collection seems very similar to the collection from last year. So that's something I'll say. This collection seems like very similar to the collection from last year, but also way more interesting. So there's like an eyeshadow palette, there's like 3 lip glosses, there's 3 glitters. Oh, there's 3 Jelly Much shadows. There's a mascara and there's a shimmering body powder, which is like basically a highlight. And then there's cat ears, which, okay. So full collection's $105. That's very typical for them. This eyeshadow palette's huge, but it looks really similar to both of the eyeshadow palettes from before. I do like the color story a little bit more. I have colors like that already in my collection, but it's kind of nice. I like it. They're doing the same kind of cartoony packaging as they did last year. That's okay by me. I do like that they have the lip glosses instead of their whatever lip formula they had last year. If you guys saw my lip declutter, I hate that formula that ColourPop came out with. Like, I hate that liquid lip kind of ColourPop formula. So I'm really glad that they just put some lip glosses, and then they did Jelly Much shadows instead of their Super Shock shadow, which I've never tried their Jelly Much shadows, so I wouldn't know, but I typically go for the Super Shock shadows. I will say these ones look kind of interesting. They have a lot of like glitter in them, so that's kind of nice. The mascara, I like the packaging of the mascara a lot. Never tried their mascara. It is like a dark purple or burgundy, and I do love that color of mascara, so that's kind of interesting. But other than that, this is just like I don't hate it, but it's not something that I asked for, nor did I expect. It's kind of just like, okay, another collection, gotcha. I mean, it kind of makes sense with Hocus Pocus 2 coming out, but it's just interesting to me because they've already done 2 Hocus Pocus collabs. This is their third in 3 years. They've done one every single year. Giving very much like Too-Faced Pumpkin Spice, you know what I mean? Like, okay, fine. I think if I hadn't gotten the collection last year and I wasn't on a no buy, I would get this because it's interesting, but I do have all of these colors in my collection already. The only thing that really is like calling to me is the shimmering body powder. It's in the shade Find the Book, and they're basically just highlights, but it has this like green tinge to it. Now, do I think I'm gonna use it? No, probably not. Like, when am I gonna really rock a green highlighter? But it's just so pretty that I want it. I already have clip-on cat ears actually from when I was Catwoman a couple years ago for Halloween, so I don't need those. And don't really need the mascara. Haven't tried their BFF mascara, but the Jelly Much shadows are kind of calling to me just because I want to try that formula, and those colors do look really interesting, and I love the packaging because I love Hocus Pocus. But I'm not going to be getting this obviously, but the lip glosses and the Jelly Much shadows and the body powder, which is just a highlighter, are very interesting to me. So that's the first collection. As a side note, I do hope that ColourPop re-releases the candle, the Black Flame candle, because I got that as part of the collab last year. One of the reasons that I bought the whole PR set or whatever, I didn't get the PR box, but the whole set, the whole collection, is because I wanted the candle. And it was a really, really good candle. It smelled very good. I know that I could probably get a much cheaper candle that smells the same, but I liked that it was the Black Flame candle, and I liked that it was Hocus Pocus. So I do hope that they re-drop that, because I probably will drop some cash on that if I get through enough of my candles currently, because again, kind of on a low buy, no buy moment for me. So, but I loved that candle. Like, I love that candle so much that I actually finished it within like a month or two, and that never happens for me. So really liked that. The next one that comes up is the Makeup Revolution Beetlejuice collection, which is very interesting to me. Mostly because I also love Beetlejuice. I love Hocus Pocus and Beetlejuice basically the same, and when Melt came out with their Beetlejuice collection, I did get stuff. So I kind of feel like it's been done, like in the same way that I feel like the Hocus Pocus collabs have been done, the Beetlejuice collab has been done. This obviously will be like a much cheaper price point because it's Makeup Revolution. And I do kind of think low-key that this collection is a little bit better done than the Melt one. I mean, Melt has a different vibe to it than Makeup Revolution, but this is just so much more stuff in general, like so many more things. I think the Melt collection was a lot like classier, more tasteful. I think this one's very like true to the content, very kitschy, very like cheesy, but I think that fits Beetlejuice as a movie really well. It looks like there's 3 eyeshadow palettes and a highlighter palette. I don't like the shape of one of the eyeshadow palettes, like pans. They're like little beetles, which I get, but I think it's just kind of a lot with the packaging being striped and everything. The other 2 eyeshadow palettes do look interesting, just not interesting enough for me to get them. So I won't be getting anything in this, but it's just interesting because I have the Melt Beetlejuice collection. I do think that this one might be a little bit better done, which is just, I don't know. That's something that's funny to me. I just think I like the packaging of the Melt one better than the packaging on this one, but I obviously like that there's more products. So I think I'm kind of good on my love of Beetlejuice as a movie. Like, I already have makeup that is Beetlejuice themed, so I feel like I'm good. All right, next up is a holiday collection, which of course it is because it's September. So all right, we already need to be thinking about the holiday collections, but this is the Holiday 2022 Pat McGrath collab. So I don't currently own anything from Pat McGrath, but that's mostly just because I've never thought it was worth it to pay that much money for anything that she has. Not that I don't think it's probably amazing quality and really good. It's never drawn me in enough for me to spend that much money. But I will say her holiday collection looks pretty good. Her Mothership palettes are always so beautiful, but I think they're just so, I don't like the bigger ones. I like the smaller ones, and this is one of those large ones. So this is like, gosh, how many? It's like 18 pans. I don't need that, and there's a lot of colors that I don't need. I really don't need any eyeshadow in general, so that's kind of just like there. But I do think that it's kind of an interesting color story. She's kind of divided it up into 6 shades of neutral tones, 6 shades of cool tones, and 6 shades of warm tones. And so I think that they can kind of be used like all together, obviously, but I think that they're meant to be used almost in like 6-pan kind of things, which I think is a really interesting way to put a palette together, and definitely helps people to use the shades together in a way that works, while also giving them all the shades so that they can be creative and combine whatever they want. So I do think that that's kind of interesting. She has 2 5-pan palettes as well in Nude Allure and Bronze Bliss. These look good, like they look like standard Pat McGrath eyeshadows and color stories. Nothing that's really gonna be super interesting to me, but if you're looking for kind of a good neutral blush tone rose gold quad, or you're looking for a good neutral like gold quad, not quad, 5-pan, you know what I mean. I think this would be good. I would say the only thing is that they both only have 1 matte in them, which for the like rose gold one is a dark brown, which that works whatever. But for the gold one, it's just like black, like a matte black, which I think is a lot. Like, you'd still need to use other shades with this no matter what, because you're not going to be just like putting gold on your lid and then blending a black out in the crease. You know what I mean? Like, I almost would have preferred if it was just quads and they didn't have a matte at all and it was just like shimmer quads, because that black, I personally wouldn't do anything with it. Like, it would maybe be a liner, but I'd still need like a matte shadow to put into the crease. But that's just me. And then there's two blush palettes. Like, so it's a blush quad that also has a highlighter, which is interesting. And I do think that they are pretty. I know I've heard that her cheek products are like very good. And so I like them. And I like the two different quads. Like, one of them's definitely a little bit darker, more rosy, and the other one's lighter and a lot brighter. So I think these look interesting. Not interesting enough for me to get them, but blush quads, you know, they're good. Like, I even probably won't even ask for these for Christmas kind of thing. There is then a normal like highlighter and a normal blush like by themselves. The highlighter does look super pretty. It looks like it's probably a little dark for my complexion personally, but I mean, her embossed pans are gorgeous. And then the blush just looks kind of boring, like a rosy mauve-y kind of color. I already have shades like that, don't really feel like I need it. Again, not for that price. And then of course she also has two lipsticks, I believe, which I've heard really good things about her lipsticks as well. Oh, she has like way more than that. Let's see, yeah, there's two lipsticks. One's like nude and one's red. Don't need either of those. Though the nude does look really pretty. It looks like my kind of nude, like a kind of warm, peachy nude. And then she has three mascaras, which I think this is the most interesting part of the collection. So there's three mascaras and they're all colored. So there's Aquamarine Dream, which is like a teal. Then there's Ultraviolet Blue, which is like a bright blue, like a cobalt blue. And then there's Pink Mystique, which is like a light, bright pink. So if I was going to pick up anything, I'd probably pick up these colored mascaras. I don't wear colored mascaras that often, but I would definitely ball out for that pink, because that would be really cute, especially on the lower lash line. My only thing is they're probably not like waterproof or tubing mascaras, so they would just like run all over my face. But that would be tempting for me because I just think that's interesting also. And then it looks like she has a couple other sets, like a lip liner, a lip balm, and a lip gloss as a set, which I think would be a good, yeah, so it says Mini Nude Venus Lip Trio, which I think that would be a good gift for someone. Like, these are all, a lot of times when I look at this type of stuff, I'm not really thinking about, oh, like I want it. 90% of the time I'm like, that would be a good gift. Like, that would be a really good gift. So I think that the Mini Nude Venus Lip Trio would be a really good gift, or the Mini Divinal Lip Duo, because any minis are going to be a good gift for someone. They get to try something, it's luxury, it's a really nice present to receive, something that they might not have purchased themselves, but it's not like so much product where they can't possibly use it up or they're just stuck with it if they don't like it, and usually it's less money because it comes in a trio. There's also the Velvet Kohl eyeliner in extreme black, which they said was back by popular demand. Apparently that's a really good black eyeliner. I don't usually use black eyeliner, I use brown eyeliner, so that's not of any interest to me. But I think that, yeah, the lip duo and lip trio are really good gift ideas, and her coming out with colored mascaras is very interesting to me. Okay, the next thing is brushes. It's an artist collab with Spectrum Collections and Ash Colm, the Sculpt collection. So it's a 30-piece brush set in a tube. So it like comes in its like own tube, which, okay, it's $250. So here's my thing, okay? I am not a brush person. I know a lot of makeup people are like brush people. I'm not one of them. I have the same brushes that I've had for a long time. I'm fine with an Eco Tools brush. Most of my brushes have been like slowly collected over the years. I'm not someone who like goes and looks for like the perfect brush for something. I'm just not like that. So this is of like no interest to me at all, and I definitely would not pay $250 for it. In general, I don't really understand brush sets because you'd have to be replacing like all of your brushes to get this many brushes. Like, I don't understand why you would need 30 brushes all at once. 9 times out of 10, if I get a new brush, it's for a specific purpose. And the brushes that I currently use, I like, and I'm used to using them, and I'm a creature of habit, so I would feel the need to like replace all my brushes with this brush collection, and I will never feel the need to do that because I like using the brushes that I have. Like I'll replace one brush at a time if it's like not useful anymore. Hi, I know. So I'm just like not interested in this at all. They're also like not my aesthetic. They're very neutral. They're like beige handled, beige brushes in a beige canister. It's just not my thing. I'm not really a luxury brush person, not a beige person, and I'm not a brush set person. So that is my thoughts on that. Okay, so the next thing is from M Cosmetics, and it is the new colors for their Color Drop Serum Blush. It looks like it's just 2 new shades. Autumn Sky, a warm terracotta, and Forbidden Fruit, a toasted pomegranate. So I've heard really good things about this. I think another reason that they're doing this is that they are redoing the packaging, because I know there was a lot of complaints about the old packaging. So I think this is new packaging. I've been wanting to try these. I really like liquid blushes and cream blushes. I think the packaging definitely held me back. I'm not really in the market right now for a new blush, and to be quite honest with you, there are other blushes that are of much higher interest to me, like the new About Face blushes are like high on my interest list, but this is not one of them. It wouldn't be something that I would be like against. Like if I got this as a gift, I'd be very, very happy. It's just not something I think I'm gonna go out and buy. So yeah, but I'm glad they changed the packaging, and I'm glad they have some deeper shades. Because I think the two that they released are deeper, which is really good because they should have a wide shade range. And those look gorgeous for deeper skin tones, so I'm glad they released them. The next thing is 3 masks from Pharmacy. They're, oh, what are they actually? Are they masks? It says, this is obviously part of their holiday collection because it's a set. You always know it's holiday if it's a set. So, okay, it looks like they are, oh, it's just their normal makeup removing cleansing balm. They're just in 3 limited edition winter fruit scented flavors. Is it really a flavor? Like this is a cleansing, but you're not tasting it. It's not a flavor. It's just a scent. Right? Am I like weird? Like that it's just a scent. They're just scented. Anyway, it's Blueberry Burst, which I don't really think of blueberry as like a winter fruit, but okay. Tangerine Twist, which I definitely don't think of tangerines as a winter scent. Okay, and then Pear Punch, which I could argue that pear is a winter scent. But I don't know, this is just, I'm not someone, if I'm gonna get their cleansing balm, I'm just gonna get a full size of the one. I don't need 3 separate mini cleansing balms. You know what I mean? Like they're just different scents. I don't need them to be 3 different scents. The only thing I could possibly think that I would buy this for is they're mini, so I would buy the set and then break the set up and gift it to different people. So I would like gift the Tangerine Twist one to one person, the Pear Punch to one person, the Blueberry Burst to one person, which I totally recommend doing. This is kind of like a little holiday gift idea as well. But buy a set and then split it up between people, and that will like save you gift money, and then also people aren't getting like repeats of the same product, because I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh my god, I really needed 3 different scents of the same cleansing balm. Just doesn't really interest me. I would have rather they had 3 different scents of 3 different products, or sold them individually, you know? But whatever. I've heard that their cleansing balm is good. I like a cleansing balm in the winter. I, again, would try one of these. I'm just not going to be buying it because I don't need it 3 times, especially to try it. So, interesting concept. Not for me. Okay, and the next thing is another Makeup Revolution thing. They come out with stuff all the time, which ColourPop does too, but I feel like Makeup Revolution is just like pumping things out. But it's their color corrector skin bases. Is a skin base a primer? I always think of base as like foundation. Like you put on your primer and then your base, which is like foundation. But this doesn't look like, this looks like a primer, like a colored primer. They have one in green and one in yellow. They're supposed to also be like good for your skin, like they're kind of have skincare in them. It's interesting. I don't personally need like that much color correcting on my face, I don't think. It's just not something, like I'll color correct a little bit under my eyes, but other than that, I'm not putting color all over my face. I know like my family, everyone in my family has rosacea, and I have like pre-rosacea, and definitely if I was having like a rosacea flare up or someone in my family was, I'd recommend the green one because it's really good. I feel like, okay, I have a theory here. I feel like this super base in green, because they said use alone or as a base, which I feel like that means it's a primer, but it also says it can be used alone. One of my favorite products to recommend to people that have rosacea, and something that I recommend to like everyone in my family and that I've used before, is the Cica Repair Tiger Balm, which is green and is really good for people with a lot of redness. And that's kind of like the same thing, like can be used alone or as a base underneath foundation. And I think that this is a dupe. So I'd be really interested, like I'm not gonna try it, but if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the Tiger Balm, is it Tiger Balm? I'll put up the name if it's not Tiger Balm, but I'm pretty sure it is. If you're looking for a dupe for that, I feel like this would be a good one because it is just, it has Cica in it, which is like what the Tiger Balm is, like has in it as well. And it says it has chlorophyll and it neutralizes redness, evens skin tone, and it can be used alone. So I really did not like the Cica Repair Tiger Balm as a primer or as a base underneath foundation. It made everything break up. But if I was just like running out of the house and my redness was really bad, on like no makeup days, I could just put it on as like a moisturizer and then it kind of helped my redness. So I really did like that. I personally wouldn't like use the yellow one, but I know that it is skin brightening. And the picture they have as like the before and after, I think she's using both of them, which is kind of interesting. So, I mean, I guess you could use both, but I'm just really curious. I think it might be a dupe for that. I'm, again, not gonna get it, but I like the creativity. Okay, I don't know how many of these to do. I'm thinking maybe like 5 or so more. Next is the Kylie holiday collection. Okay, it looks like she'll have an advent calendar, which I feel like we've been burned now from the advent calendars, but I usually like a good advent calendar for makeup especially. And I think it is smart. It's a good way for companies to get rid of products that aren't selling by throwing it in some boxes and letting people open it as a surprise. She also has face and body highlighters coming out, which I would never use. If I'm gonna use a highlighter on my body, it's just gonna be a normal face highlighter, and I have enough of those. And then it looks like she also has this like reindeer collection coming out. I think I heard that this was a collection that was supposed to come out last year, but it didn't because of the whole like Travis Scott Astroworld thing. That's just what I heard. I have no idea. So if that's the case, it's been sitting in a warehouse, I guess, for a year. Interesting. But the reindeer collection kind of just looks like boring, normal, and not something that I'm really interested in. I don't really care for like specifically Christmas themed things. I'm definitely like a Halloween person, so I'd rather have Halloween themed packaging than Christmas themed packaging. Like there's no part of me that when it turns to be like November, I'm like, oh, better use my Christmas themed makeup now. Like that's just not the type of person I am. So not really interested in that, but I am kind of interested in the advent calendar. And it's also available now already, now, in September. So that's interesting. Okay, next up is this super pretty Dior collection called the Mille Fiori Couture Edition. Okay, I am not usually someone who's into like high-end makeup like this, but this is so pretty. I am like a floral person. I love a good floral motif. And all of this stuff just looks so high-end. Okay, so let's see what they have. They have a lipstick case. And they have 2 different shades of the lipstick case. Okay, I would eat that up. I love a good, like, nice packaged lipstick that you can put inserts in. So that's pretty. And then they have a cushion powder, which is like a setting powder. It's like a loose powder, I believe, in a limited edition case. But it's super pretty. Like, I'm not gonna get that at all, but so pretty. And then they have bath pearls. What? What are bath pearls? What are bath pearls? Are they like What are these? Does anyone know what these are? Are these like bath salts, but like high-end bath salts? I think they are. For $72. Ma'am, Miss Dior. Miss Dior. And you know that they smell like the perfume too, and that's gonna be pungent. Like, I don't want my whole bathtub smelling like that. For $72? Absolutely not, okay? And the same thing, they have a Miss Dior Rose Bath Bombs for $72. 10 bath bombs in the shape of a macaron. Okay, that's kind of cute. That they're shaped like macarons and they come in a little box like macarons. Okay, low key, my stepmom is a pastry chef and she loves macarons and she loves Dior. So this would be a really good, and she takes baths all the time, so this would be a really good gift for her. So I might get it as a gift for her, but like I would never get it myself. And then there's a Miss Dior scented candle for $50. It's pretty packaging, but I don't need a perfume. I think that perfume scents and candle scents should be very different. Like, I don't want my whole house smelling like Miss Dior perfume. I'm fine smelling like Miss Dior perfume. I mean, it's not even my favorite perfume. It's like a little too womanly for me, you know, a little too like rose heavy, but I don't want my whole house smelling like that. So no to the candle, no to the bath pearls, no to the bath bombs for me, but maybe as a good gift idea, thinking. My family is like one of those psycho families that makes you get your Christmas list done like really early. Like, I'm talking like I have to get my Christmas list completed and sent to my family before Halloween. That is the final day. So it is something that I start to think about like way earlier than everyone else, I think. So, you know, and it's kind of just like by the time it gets to Christmas, it's already been like 2 months and half the time I don't even want the things I asked for anymore. Or it's something where I'm like, oh, should I really ask for that? Or should I buy it now and not ask for that? Like, because imagine asking for something and then waiting 2 months. Like, half the time I just want it before then, you know? Anyways, but the lipstick cases are super, super pretty. So that's definitely up here, you know? Okay, next up is Shumera, and they have a Sailor Moon collection for holiday. Okay, this is gorgeous. This is an adult Sailor Moon collection. You know what I mean? Like, ColourPop did the Sailor Moon collection and it was cutesy and everything. This is like for actual adults. It's so pretty. That packaging, like, I don't think that's the most practical palette packaging, but gosh, is it pretty. And mostly just like that 6-pan, that's super pretty. Like, I don't need those shades. They're very like boring, normal shades, but wow, that's gorgeous. Again, I have friends that are obsessed with Sailor Moon. I'm thinking about it, you know, like this would be a really good gift idea. They have some lip products as well, which they need more details, but they have a lash curler specifically for this collection, which is cute because they have like the best lash curler in the game. And then they have like a cleansing oil, a highlighter, brushes, makeup case. Interesting. Okay, well, it looks like they have like it looks like they have like 6 lip products. They have some like liquid balm kind of looking, like liquid lipstick, and then they have some balms, and then they have some standard lipsticks. All the colors for those look really similar and pretty boring, but again, the packaging is really cute. All right, and it looks like the highlighter almost is like purpley. Interesting. Okay, all right, I'm not mad about that collab. That's like kind of a nice collab. Interesting that they also put a cleansing oil in there. They just like snuck that in there, but I like it. I'm not mad. Next up is from Winky Lux. It's their Amethyst Balm. Winky Lux in general, I don't really get their products half the time because like I swear 90% of the products they have are just color changing balms. So this is another one. It's purple, very, very purple. And it's sparkly, so it's pretty. And if you're really into like amethyst, then like this is for you. But it's just like a color changing one. And if I'm gonna go with a color changing balm, I like Lipstick Queen a lot better than Winky Lux. But I know that these are a little bit cheaper. It's like $16. Again, if I was really into the amethyst, or if I had a friend I knew was really into amethyst, this would be cute, but I don't need it. Okay. Then we have something from Glow Wish, which is Huda Beauty's other makeup line, I guess, or like skincare. I don't know. I don't really understand what Glow Wish is because it also has makeup and skincare. Whatever. This is their Blur Jam Silicone Free Smoothing Primer. It looks like it's just like a blurring primer, like a smoothing primer, but with skincare in it. And it says instantly smoothing mattifying primer. I don't like matte primers, so this is an immediate no for me. I do like smoothing primers, but not mattifying. It says that it has both all-day hydration and 12-hour pore blurring power. I like that it's silicone free, even though I do like a good silicone primer. I know that silicone can break a lot of people out, and even me sometimes, so I do like that it's silicone free. I don't understand how it's both hydrating and also mattifying. Those two things don't really work in my head, mostly because a lot of times it's just one or the other. Like, it says it's hydrating, but it's actually mattifying, or it says it's mattifying, but it's actually hydrating. Do you know what I mean? So I'd be interested to see what it actually is. But I mean, cute-ish packaging. I like that it's pink. The texture looks really interesting. It looks very like silicone-y, balmy, but it's not. I do like that it's called Blur Jam. I do think it looks like jam, which is funny. It's okay. I'm not gonna be purchasing this, but if you're looking for a blurring primer and you really don't like silicone, then maybe check this out. This is a Profusion collection with Rituals. I don't know what Rituals is, so I'm not even gonna comment on this, but it looks like a very big collection, and in there they do have blush dupes for the Kaja blushes, like the heart print ones, which is interesting. Profusion does do a lot of like higher end duping, and I've heard that they have pretty good formulas, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Rituals is, but I've also bought things from collabs that I don't know what they are before, just for the product itself. So this is kind of just like meh to me. I do like that it's kind of like gothic and dark. That's cool. Something with like, I think there's like a headband that has like, it looks like it has like Maleficent's horns. Maybe it's a headband. I don't really know what that is. I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like there's like a Maleficent horn headband and some face jewels. I'm kind of interested, but not that interested. And then the last thing that I'll talk about today, because I already talked for way longer than I thought I would, is from Makeup Eraser, and it's a Nightmare Before Christmas collab, which I do think is cute. Again, I love Halloween, love Nightmare Before Christmas. My only thing is like, I don't really use makeup erasers, and the mini ones don't really do it for me. And I don't know why you would need like more if you have the original. Do you know what I mean? Like, I got a set once for Christmas and I never used it because I had the large one and I would just wash that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's cute, and if you really, really like makeup erasers and you want like mini ones for travel and you don't have any, this would be a cute collab, a cute collection to get. They're just not, I don't know, I guess they're just like not really for me. I just use a normal washcloth, and that seems to work better for me than the makeup eraser. But at the same time, these are so cute that like I am interested in them. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is adorable. I would get these and I would accept these as a present because these are freaking cute. So yeah. Okay, actually one last little post. So this is the Laneige and Tatcha holiday. So first, the Tatcha Kissu lip mask. I love the idea of it being plum blossom and it being like this pink color. I don't really think you need your lip mask to be colored, especially because 90% of the time I'm wearing them overnight, but it does just look so luxurious. I just think it looks so pretty. And so I am like, oh, that'd be cool. And then the Laneige lip sleeping mask, which I love those masks. They have a pumpkin spice one and a peppermint one. Peppermint, like, to me, mint's not that special, but pumpkin spice, I'm not usually someone that's like very tempted by pumpkin spice anything, but like that's kind of getting me. I'm like, oh, that'd be cute. I don't need any more lip masks, but the sets that they come out with every single year, again, one of those things where you can buy a set and divide up the minis. Like, they're coming out with a set of 5 mini lip sleeping masks. That's such a good gift to get the set and then split it up as like part of a gift to your friends. So like, if you have 5 friends, each of them get a lip sleeping mask, or 4 friends and then you get one. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that's such a cute little additional gift. Or like stocking stuffers, if you have anyone that you make stockings for, those are always really good to divide up. So I really like the Laneige gift sets every year. I just think they do a really good job, and their minis are actually like worth it to me. I think that they actually are a good price, and you get a good amount of product in them. So I've gotten Laneige gift sets before in past like holidays, and I've liked them when I've gotten them, so I would get them for other people. Okay, so with that, that is all of the newest releases that just came out on Trendmood. I want to hear your guys's opinions on all these releases. If there's anything that's come out that I didn't talk about that you think that I would really like or that you are really interested in, let me know down below. I love seeing new releases, and even if I can't buy them, just giving my opinions on them, because I think sometimes the most ridiculous things can come out, and I think sometimes things can be surprising that are good. So yeah, if you liked this video, please like it, and especially like it if you want to see more videos like this, because I've never done a like talking opinion on new releases. If you like me, please subscribe and join me on my little journey. I try to post at least once a week, so yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, week, month, year, wherever you are, and I hope you're excited for fall and holiday, because that's all the makeup community can seem to talk about. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.